No, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief Muhammadu Buhari was in Kogi State on December 29 to commission projects executed by the government of Yahya Bello. A bomb scare was recorded then. The Department of State Services, State Security Service, that's the DSS, set to work immediately after this unfortunate incident, thereby unmasking the suspects. The Kogi State government is thankful to the DSS for the excellent job of arresting the perpetrators of the Okene explosion. Kogi Information Commissioner Mr. Kingsley Fangwo said, let me quote him, the component of action and results achieved by the DSS has further strengthened our trust in security agencies, end quote. The enemies of the state now know that they may run, but they cannot hide. Or so it seems to us.
Well, that's what we've always called for. There will always be an attempt to commit a crime. If we cannot prevent, we should also ensure, but at least we can ensure that the perpetrators...
I know that it is said that society prepares the crime, the criminal commits it.
The perpetrators should not go scot-free. And that's why I was quite happy when a few days after they said these guys have been caught. I think we must give kudos to the DSS. Like the other security agencies, they're also doing well. They are also doing well. At least when we consider the number of issues that we have to contend with for the security agencies. It's heartwarming that these things are happening.
But you know, this is an aside. I wonder if you are thinking what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the perpetrators of the crime in Ogun State were a CBN staff, the wife and the family were thrown into the river. You know, if we can unearth them. Emeka, so it is possible to bring these people to book.
It is, of course. Of course, it's also been known that ISWAP had spread its tentacles to Kogi State. They've actually been giving the security agencies, sleepless nights, in terms of the heinous activities they've engaged in Kogi State. So definitely that they could be caught was, we should give kudos to the DSS. But again, beyond that, the cells that they've been able to establish, especially in Kogi State, given the fact that Kogi shares boundaries about 10 states. The cells they've been able to establish in Kogi, from which they are able to move, for instance, move to a war, move to different places. Those cells need to be destroyed. Those cells must be destroyed. Otherwise, they will just continue
by cells, you mean the strongholds?
The strongholds, they've set up here and there. Because look at this, look at the alleged mastermind. Look at the incidents, the horrible incidents he was linked to. So you can imagine others like him who are still on the loose. They must be apprehended and neutralized. They must be removed from the society of sane people. And then again, you talked about the unfortunate incident in Ogun State, in Abeokuta. Really, I don't know what would make people go to such extent. But see, the dimensions of crime in Nigeria need to be studied, because it's not just you just have some kinds of crimes that defy human comprehension. You don't even understand what will make people go kill a couple, set the house ablaze, grab the son, grab the house help, throw them into a river.
Whatever it was.
It's heinous. What would have justified that? As in, they wanted to just wipe out the entire family. Over what? So these things need to be very closely studied.
Doctor, so when things like this happen, you are convinced that it is not doing our best that matters, but what is necessary. We talk about impunity. Impunity in our country are promoted by these untouchables.
I think we are gradually moving, very close to ending terrorism gradually. Why do I say so? In the early days, when Boko Haram and ISWAP members were moving, Kogi was their base. You recollect series of attacks. They flushed them out.
It was a takeoff point for them.
Yes, takeoff point. They flushed them out. For them to be coming back to that place
Means
shows
some cells are still active.
active and they feel safe in certain areas. So for you to leave where it is hot and start running to those areas you believe are soft target, it shows that something is being done. They are feeling the heat. So
Dr.
we will...
Sorry, I'm sorry. Going a step further by punishing wrongdoing. That's my trouble here. We hardly punish wrongdoers.
Unfortunately, that is the situation in which we have found ourselves.
And you get to hear crazy things like the wrongdoer is heavily connected.
Yes, and because the justice system is slow. We've said it on this program, allegations have been made that where there is a major
Crime.
crime and the legal process is not moving as fast as you want, go and check it. You see a senior advocate of Nigeria there.
Yeah.
So meaning that...
Because these days, I hear to win a case, you must know a lawyer who knows the law.
Yeah.
And who knows the judge?
One who knows the judge.
That is, but it's a common joke. It's a standing joke among lawyers.
So
Yes, that's
why we're not getting there.
That is the lawyer who knows the judge,
so
who actually knows the law.
Yeah.
So it's a major issue that we need to tackle. That some have called for special courts to try such offenses. I agree with it. But how many special courts are we going to create?
For every problem,
economic
corruption,
crime, we want to create one. For this,
But gentlemen, you know our trouble is not laws. We are not suffering a paucity of laws.
Many.
There are laws in this country, but they are not made to bite.
No, you see, also, I think the judges, the regular courts are overburdened.
Do we now need
They are
regular
overburdened.
ones?
No. I think another thing is that maybe one of the things, what the Lagos State government has done in the last few years, had a family court, special offenses court, multi-door court system. So maybe some of those, something like that can also be implemented by states, so as to expedite some of these things, so that some of these, maybe things like burglary and some of these municipal crimes can be easily dealt with at certain levels without having to keep the courts, without having to, make them overburdened with such cases. Then again, in the political season, you find out that politicians file so many cases, and these cases keep the courts on their toes.
Can you believe, as you sit here, Emeka, that there are cases dating back to the year 2003 still in courts, electoral?
Cases of former governors.
Yeah.
Many of them have their cases been concluded. And then you have people who have cases that have not been heard by the courts. Regular adjournments. Oh, the judge is ill. Oh, this one is this. The prosecutor is not around. The justice system, even like the Chief Justice of the Justice Ariwola, said that he needs a real shake-up. He needs to be reformed, so that the dispensation of justice will be quicker. It will be easier for people to get justice, to get their cases attended to. So, for instance, like these chaps that have been caught in Kogi, how quickly will they be brought to justice? How quickly will their cases be tried? Because we also talk about kidnappers, suspected kidnappers, bandits, and all of them. And then people ask the question, how many of them have been convicted? We just hear, okay, we caught this. How many have been convicted? These people should be taken to court and convicted. Their cases should be tried and speedily dispensed with.
All right. So we are all in agreement, Dr. Emeka. It is possible to bring them to justice.
it is.
It is.